There's a simple truth in life that most people ignore. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. You can be the most talented, hardworking, or kind-hearted person in the room, but if you allow yourself to be treated as an afterthought, you will always remain one. Respect is not something that people just give you. It's something you command. And that command starts from within. Think about it. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? How often have you kept quiet when someone crossed the line just to avoid confrontation? How many times have you put other people's needs, desires, and dreams above your own, thinking that if you just do enough for others, they'll finally appreciate you? But what happens instead? You become invisible. People stop noticing your efforts. They assume you'll always be available. And before you know it, you are not just helping people, you are being used by them. The problem is not the world. The problem is that you haven't drawn a line. You haven't told the world how you deserve to be treated. You haven't demanded respect. And let me tell you, respect is never handed out freely. It's earned, but only by those who first give it to themselves. When you respect yourself, it means you value your time, your opinions, and your own happiness. It means you don't allow people to walk all over you. It means you set boundaries, not because you are rude, but because you know your worth. You see, the way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. If you let people talk down to you, they will. If you allow yourself to be taken for granted, you will be. If you keep waiting for someone to recognize your value, you might be waiting forever. There's a reason why the most successful people in the world, whether in business, entertainment, or life in general, are not necessarily the ones with the most talent, but the ones who refuse to be overlooked. They respect themselves enough to demand opportunities, to walk away from toxic situations, and to believe that they deserve the best. Look at anyone who has made it big in life. Shah Rukh Khan, for example. When he came to Mumbai, no one handed him success. He wasn't born into a film dynasty, but he respected himself enough to believe that he could be the best. He didn't wait for validation, he worked for it. And today, people don't just respect him, they admire him. But self-respect isn't just about career or fame, it's about everyday life. It's about refusing to stay in a relationship where you are not valued. It's about not letting friends treat you like a backup plan. It's about not lowering your standards just because you are afraid of being alone. You have to remind yourself every day that you are not here to beg for love, attention, or validation. You are here to live with dignity. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if I start standing up for myself and people don't like it? What if they call me arrogant? And let me tell you something. People who benefit from your silence will never appreciate your voice. The moment you start respecting yourself, some people will leave. And that's okay. Because the right people, the ones who truly value you, will stay. In fact, they will respect you more for having the courage to stand up for yourself. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to fight with the world. You just have to know your worth and act accordingly. If someone disrespects you, correct them. If they continue, walk away. If someone undervalues you, don't waste your energy proving yourself. If an opportunity isn't recognizing your talent, create your own path. When you start living like this, you'll notice a shift. Suddenly, people listen when you speak. They take you seriously. They respect your time, your boundaries, your presence, not because they've changed, but because you have. Self-respect is not about ego. It's about self-worth. It's about waking up every morning and knowing that you deserve happiness, success, and peace, not because someone else says so, but because you say so. It's about looking in the mirror and being proud of who you are, not because of what the world thinks, but because you know you are enough. So if you've been living like a doormat, waiting for people to treat you better, it's time to stop. Respect yourself first, and the world will follow. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can truly define your worth is you. There's a trap that many people fall into, and it's one of the biggest reasons they never truly succeed or feel happy. It's the need for validation. The need for someone to approve of your dreams, your choices, and even your existence. From childhood, we are trained to seek approval, first from parents, then from teachers, then from society, friends, and even strangers on social media. We constantly look around, waiting for someone to say, yes, you're good enough. But what happens when that validation doesn't come? Do you stop? Do you give up? Do you spend your entire life adjusting yourself to fit what others think is right? The truth is, if you keep waiting for the world's approval, you'll always be a prisoner. Every time you want to do something great, you'll hesitate. Every time you think about taking a risk, you'll wonder, what will people say? And in that hesitation, in that doubt, you will lose precious time. Time that could have been spent building your dream, growing into your best self, and living life on your own terms. Look at the most successful people in the world. Do you think they waited for permission to chase their dreams? Do you think they stopped every time someone doubted them? Absolutely not. They trusted themselves even when no one else did. When Shah Rukh Khan came to Mumbai with nothing, people told him he wouldn't make it. He didn't have a famous last name. He didn't fit the traditional hero mold. And yet, he believed in himself. He didn't wait for someone to tell him he was destined for greatness. He decided it for himself. That's the power of trusting yourself. But here's the problem. Most people don't trust themselves enough. They doubt their own abilities. They think, maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I need more experience. Maybe I should wait until people recognize me. But that's the biggest mistake you can make. If you don't believe in yourself first, why should anyone else? People follow confidence, not hesitation. They respect those who back themselves up, even when the odds are against them. This is why trusting yourself is so important, because the world will always have opinions. Some will support you, some will criticize you, some will tell you to play it safe, to follow the traditional path, to not take risks. But if you listen to everyone else, you will never hear your own voice. And your voice is the most important one of all. Think about how much energy we waste trying to impress others. We post pictures for likes. We buy things to show off. We choose careers that sound respectable, rather than ones that truly excite us. But at the end of the day, who are we really trying to please? Will the opinions of others make you truly happy? Will their approval give you peace? No, because validation is temporary. One day they'll praise you, the next day they'll criticize you. If your confidence is based on their words, you'll always be unstable. Real confidence comes when you stop needing validation. When you start making decisions because they feel right for you, not because they look good to others. When you stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're capable and start proving it to yourself. And that's not easy, because it means facing your fears, taking risks, and sometimes standing alone. It means ignoring the negativity, pushing past self-doubt, and taking action even when you're scared. But the moment you do this, your life changes. Suddenly, you stop fearing rejection. You stop worrying about whether people like you or not. You start focusing on your goals, your passion, and your happiness. And when you do that, something amazing happens. People start noticing. Not because you begged for their attention, but because they can see your confidence, your determination, your self-belief. Trusting yourself is not about arrogance. It's about knowing that you have everything within you to succeed. It's about understanding that no one else can live your life for you. The people who truly care about you will support you, but even if they don't, it shouldn't stop you. Because at the end of the day, your journey is yours alone. So stop waiting for validation. Stop seeking approval. The world doesn't get to decide if you're good enough. You do. Believe in yourself. Trust your instincts. Take the leap. Because when you do, the world won't just watch. You'll inspire.